Hello, and welcome to this episode of the Bourbon Brothers. My name is Gavin.
I'm Jeff.
And today we have a Knob Creek Single Barrel Reserve that we'll be looking at today. This bourbon is a 9-year-old. It is 120 proof and it's readily available.
So first we're just going to kick off a little bit of information, history about this bourbon. Knob Creek is part of the Jim Beam top shelf lineup. It is this single barrel is sort of one of the newer additions to the Knob Creek family. And one thing that's interesting, this past summer in July 2013, I was on the Bourbon Trail and went to Jim Beam, and the day I was there they started a new program where they would let you, you get a bottle and you would sort of follow it down the assembly line as they put the bourbon in it, put the label on it, finish it with the wax capping, and then we got an etching in it with the date it was bottled. So that was a new program that they were starting specifically for the Knob Creek Reserve. And they also, if you'll notice, that we have what is the older label and then flanked by the newer label. Yep. And I learned there that they had some issues with the branding of it. Some people were calling it Knob Creek 9, and so they wanted to sort of streamline the labeling, and they came up with the new labeling. And you'll notice other Knob Creek products also have a similar type label to the new one. So this is just sort of a couple interesting facts, a little bit of history about this specific bourbon.
Right, and again, it's 120 proof. That means a high alcohol content, which means high flavor, which we like. And it's a great option as it's being readily available, so you don't have to open one of your harder to find whiskeys like the Pappy Van Winkle or the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection. So we're going to go ahead and get into some nosing and tasting, but before we do that, I'm going to take a look at the color. Jeff?
Sure. So when you're looking at color, one thing you sort of hold it up, look at it in the light. This being a barrel proof, it's a darker, maybe an amber.
Yeah, nice like dark amber with some orange tints in there. Beautiful color.
Yeah, it's got a nice color.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into the nosing, shall we?
So a couple things that you immediately hit you are some oak, some caramel, a little bit of vanilla.
Yeah, definitely some vanilla in there. Also getting some notes of brown sugar, some maple, a little bit of cherry in there as well. Certainly some corn.
Yeah.
Well, we've been waiting. Let's get into tasting. Jeff?
Cheers.
Cheers.
You get some burnt caramel almost, some dry oak, which I think the higher proof sort of leads to a little more tannin in there, which sort of helps to, on the nose you just sort of got regular oak, regular caramel, but you add that sort of burnt or dryness to it from the tannin. You also get some some spice.
Yeah, it's a really nice spice in there. I'm also getting some more subtle notes, bubblegum. The sugar is definitely there. Definitely some black pepper. You have that rice spice. It's really good.
Yeah. Kind
of leads to a bitter finish.
Yeah, it's probably a medium length finish. It's not real long, but it's not like super crisp. So it stays with you a little bit as you enjoy it.
Yeah, still getting a little nut toffee and salt lingering on the finish there.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Definitely. Yeah, certainly. Through the finish you get a little bit of some new flavors that pop out.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it's really good. And again, this is a nice bourbon. It is readily available, and it's 120 proof. We like the high alcohol content, leads to bold flavors. Also, it has a $40 price tag, which really makes it tough to beat when you're talking about high alcohol proof whiskey.
Yeah, I agree, definitely.
So I guess rating wise, this is actually my go-to for when I don't feel like opening something special. And it makes great cocktails as well if you're looking for a huge kick. I'm going to give this an 8.5.
And I think I'll give it an 8 out of 10 for my rating. It's very definitely in the good category. It's very solid, mixes well in cocktails like you said, Gavin. So I'm going with 8 out of 10 for me.
Okay, well, thank you for watching. this review of Knob Creek Single Barrel. Again, please find us on Twitter at London Bourbon. We are the Bourbon Brothers, and you can check us out on our blog at londonbourbonreview.blogspot.com. Thank you.
Thank you.